8th. How good did it feel to be back racing here at SailGP?
It was awesome to come back and race. Enjoyed watching last season from the cruising boat, but I've been pretty itchy the last few months to get back into it, and to have a nice build up with the training here and then have a really good first day was super fun.
What does it mean for the team, obviously, to get 2 race wins in your first event? That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it wasn't really expected. There was a bit of a hype about what we could do as a team, and a lot of internal pressure as well to try and come in and start well. And after race 1, it wasn't looking so good. So it was nice that we bounced back and had 3 really good races to finish the day off. And for me, it's just a huge pleasure sailing with the people we put together. Like sailing with Chris and Andy is so much fun. Brad, Julius and Julia, we've gelled together really nicely so far. And, it's only day 1 for us as a team, but, it was nice. It was a good one.
And how much has the level changed since you've been here? What was that first gate rounding like for you?
Oh, the first race was hectic. We didn't have the best start. I made that error in the pre-start of getting a boundary penalty which put us on the back foot, but then second jibe and there was just chaos, and I was hearing Brad in our boat saying there's debris in the water everywhere, and there were boats head to wind. So I think we did well to navigate not having a collision ourselves there, and then it just took us a while to get settled, but you can tell that people are pushing super hard. The conditions were ideal, it was right in that sweet spot where you could send the boats really hard, and super fun to do it. So cool to be back.
Yeah, I think with how hectic the day was for everyone, we're really pleased with how we sailed, and we kept it just rock solid all the way around the track, and just chipped away at it. We were kind of up and down in a few races, but always ended on a high. So we've felt really good all week in our training and leading up to it, and we made some really good progress in how we're sailing the boat in these tough conditions. And tough one throwing back the 24-meter wing for us after training with the 18 all week. But we seemed to have a good mode, and things went well.
Last season, you were obviously working on your crew lineup, and you've kind of gelled as a team now. Is that how it feels, and you guys can really lock in and race?
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to have the full team back, and we're proud to have an all-American team. So. We've made some big strides, and we feel very locked in as a group, and I think the progress we've made even this week is showed confidence all around the boat, and I think that we have a lot more to come, which is promising after a day like today.
Lots of boat-on-boat incidents that's happening out there. How hectic was the racing for you as a driver?
Yeah, the race course is crazy busy. It got a little less busy, luckily with a few less boats and later in the day. But in the end, I know how it feels to be in a few incidents. So glad everyone's okay on the other 2 boats. And we sailed conservatively though, and I think we maybe gave a point or 2 for that. But first day of the season and in okay places in every race, we were happy to. Just take that step back when needed and make sure that we, are staying out of harm's way.
Conton, king of the starts today. Well, what's your secret? How did you pull that off?
Good strategy today. Super happy with how we sail, especially during the starts. And we just have to take the lessons for tomorrow.
And I guess such a nice way to start the season. Obviously, you've got a new wing trimmer. Did you enjoy the racing out there? Was it hectic, or was it just easy when you're out in front?
Yeah, honestly. I'm just enjoying so much sailing with Lee, super accurate sailor and super chill, always happy to have a laugh on. So just enjoying the sailing and focus on tomorrow with this new team.
How hard is it? Obviously, Glenn's come in with 2 days, trying to get off that start line, manoeuvre in those lighter wind but still choppy conditions.
Yeah, Glenn's doing an unbelievable job when you think we can win races and we're in the pack battling, when you consider he hasn't sailed in a couple of years, and we did 1 day of training and he's straight into it. So he's doing an unbelievable job. But he was asking, is it always like this crazy? And I said this was actually more crazy than normal. Just coming into those bottom marks after a short reach and a pretty short run, the fleet hasn't had a chance to separate yet, and everyone seems to be hitting that mark at a very similar time. And just trying to get around without hitting boats is really tough. So I feel for some of these other teams who had collisions, because it's really not easy what we're doing out there.
Must have been nice to finish on a bit of a high. Obviously, just talk us through that incident with Brazil, but that ends up putting you in second for that race.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty clear port starboard the whole way down. We were lined up for 35, 40 seconds, and yeah, I think I could have gone through them sort of more at the front of their boat more than the end. They should have been ducking there. That was a pretty clear duck. It was a bit frustrating because it's dangerous, like this sort of stuff, and like there's a right-away boat. They would have seen us a long way out. They've just got to know, hey, we're going to be ducking the Australians in here, and they've got to be talking about that. I don't know what their onboard situation, I don't know what was happening, but it was very sketchy for us. Like we almost had a major, and yeah, they go board down really late, and you think, okay, maybe they are turning, but then they keep going straight, and I had to do a huge luff to avoid them, so we just got to not have that stuff happen.
And finally, sellout crowd here in Fremantle. What was it like seeing that crowd line up on that shore?
No, it was amazing. Being a home event and just seeing a massive crowd there supporting us and cheering us, especially when we got a race win, that was awesome. And yeah, hopefully same again tomorrow, and hopefully we can have maybe a little less chaos but good quality racing tomorrow.
What was the toughest part for your team out there today?
Yeah, I think we did not a very good job of getting off the start and trying to stay clear. I think very much felt like it was that first day of the season and very wild, lots of hecticness, unfortunately some boats colliding, and I guess we're happy we kept it clean, but there was plenty more left in the tank.
I guess how hard is it out there, obviously, like with the chop and those wind conditions, with Stu, even though you've sailed with him before, having like just that new communication loop?
Yeah, there's still plenty we've got to work on, and we're all finding our place and gelling, as you say, and trying to really nail down the comms. There's a few different things in the playbook, and I guess I was really proud today of how we kept digging through every race, kept overtaking boats, but hopefully we can make our life a little bit easier tomorrow.
Yeah, there was so much going on, so many boat on boats, not just around gates, but upwind, downwind. How hard was it just to navigate traffic?
Yeah, it was very difficult today. I think very small course, but ultimately the doctors delivered some great racing. Good to have the AP wing on, and yeah, just looking forward to tomorrow and maybe a few more Ks and see what we can do.
I'm actually quite happy with how much control we have on the boat. We started the week and it was quite wild to sail, amongst all the fleet. And in the first day we had to take it down a little bit a few times because it was we still needed to get the team going together. And I'm quite surprised how far we went, and being like shoulder by shoulder in the fleet, it means that our level went high quite fast. So yeah, I'm excited to what the future brings.
How hectic is racing out there? Like, can you enjoy it? Are you just processing so much information at the time? I guess, like, as a driver, how much do you have on in those conditions?
I think in race one we got a very good reminder with a collision, and I think it's really hard to be happy when there's a collision like this. I'm quite sorry for the Kiwi team. Might miss on their home event, but we'll see how that goes. But I think it just keeps a little bit something back of your head. Just be careful, out there. Of course, we all want to push, but we always need to be looking around. I'm happy with the day, and it's quite fun sailing. But yeah, I'm sorry for these guys.
And you had a bit of an incident with the Australians in the last race. Maybe just talk us through what the incident was.
Yeah, the incident was port starboard on the bottom gate, and we had the same situation on the lap before, and we avoided them, but then we were quite easy across. And then the second one, we thought we could do something similar, and it was quite much tighter. But you only realize it after you shut down. Of course, we thought there was enough safety room, but also we kind of could expect that they were gonna try to chase us instead of going to the mark. So, yeah.
We just had a few crashes, and yeah, fell off the fall a few too many times. Yeah, just gave away quite a bit around the course. We found ourselves in some pretty good positions in most of the races. I think all but the last one really. Yeah, so plenty of room for improvement as ever. Plenty to look at, but yeah, it's all on to move up the leaderboard tomorrow.
I guess obviously it's choppy out there. Is that sort of why it's hard to sort of stay on the foils? A lot of people are making mistakes out there, especially in manoeuvres.
Yeah, exactly that. I think it was super hard, especially for the pilots today with the sea state. I know it probably doesn't look like there's much waves out there, but it's enough to make it very, very difficult. So yeah, staying clean, staying on the foil, getting through the manoeuvres well is pretty critical.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mixed day. We sort of the first 2 races we had some pretty ropey starts and sailed the boat really well around the track to get a few points, and then last 2 races we had some great starts and just sailed the boat terribly and slipped back in the fleet. So yeah, once we get those 2 aligned, we'll be off like a robber's dog, so stand by for that.
We heard that you had an incident with the Germans in race number 1, I think it was. Can you just talk us through what happened there?
Yeah, and there's actually no incident. It was just a standard starting situation where he was laughing and boats got close, but no touchy, so it was all good.
I mean, around the track there was plenty of going on. How hard was it, I guess, to sail the boat, to manage the traffic, and to pick where to go?
Well, it's certainly changed since the last time I was here. The traffic management is a high priority, and the level of everyone's sort of sailing skills and ability now has just gone through the roof. So it is difficult. The starting's changed a lot. Everyone can execute really good starts, and boat handling second to none. So yeah, it's definitely tough out there, and I guess you saw it with the Kiwis and the Swiss. You push it to the limits, and sometimes you get bit.
It was tricky. We knew it was going to be tricky. A bit of a new group, and Ed's on the flight control, and he's did an amazing job. He did really, really good. It's just really, really hard. I know it looks easy on some boats, but they've been doing this for 5 years. So I'm happy with where we are today. I know the results doesn't quite show it, but we're definitely in the mix, and we kept the boat and the crew in one piece, and that was a goal of ours as well. So it's a process for us, and we got there in the end, I think.
What do you think of the conditions here in Fremantle, and how difficult is it to sail the boat out there?
Obviously, result-wise, we probably would have preferred 10 knots in flat water on our team, but we love it. It's so much fun, and you can see I'm pretty wet, but that's part of it. And we actually rather take a lot of lessons and learnings in one Grand Prix, which we've done this week, instead of spread it out for a whole season where we're always catching up. Here, we take it on the chin and learn quickly, and then hopefully already after Sydney, we'll be a strong win team again.
I mean, we were hoping for a bit better result here. On the first day, boat felt very, strange today. We didn't really find a speed in the boat. Also in the maneuvers, not really happy. But yeah, conditions were good. I mean, it's pretty hectic on the course, like we expected.
Pete, can you just talk us through the incident, sort of like a play-by-play from your perspective?
Yeah, it's a super tough day for us. We got a good start. We're going down the first run in good shape, just below the Swiss. And then they just jibed and just kept ramping up the turn rate straight at us. We did everything we could to keep clear. So I'm not sure what else we really expected to do in that situation. And then obviously kind of bow went through our boat about a metre away from me. So I'm definitely pretty shaken up at the moment, pretty frustrated by the situation, but we'll just have to review it from here and see what the situation is going forward.
Yeah, we're so glad everyone's okay. I guess, what is the extent of the damage?
Well, I think everyone's seen the extent of the damage. There's no transom on one of our hulls. So yeah, definitely no racing tomorrow for us. And we'll just have to see kind of how quickly the league can, I suppose, rebuild the boat and what the situation is going forward.
So we drive the boat, and it's really hard. It all happens really quick. So not really just trying to blame it on the Kiwis. I think they did their best, but unfortunately it was all too late for them. We were clearly right-of-way boat. We were on starboard for like more than 3 seconds until we met them. So once we realized, there was no avoiding action from them, we did the best we could to avoid them, and it was pretty scary.
Obviously, took out of today, but with the damage, it looks pretty promising that you'll be out there tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a focus for now. Just focus on tomorrow, and we knew this season would be challenging. I think it's not going to be the first time we see those kind of moments, and for us, it's all about how we can bounce back from this. And we're super motivated, to go out tomorrow, try execute well, and grow as a team from this.